Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Two wide receivers will be looking to be #1 targets on the field in today's game. It's the Saints going up against the Vikings. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Hello, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaunt. As we get set here, Charles, we talk about wide receivers. You know, Larry mentioned it in the open, but that's a big spot to look at here in this one.
I think you identified it perfectly because these guys have such an impact on the game nowadays because they throw the ball more than ever. And whether they're throwing it short, medium, or long, can they snatch it out of the air and create even extra yardage with run after catch?
Kai Forbath set to kick it away for the Vikings. And off we go from the Twin Cities. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Now Breeze. He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that'll lead here to a third down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Looking long for Thomas. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on third down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Sherrills to return it. Spins past it. 2 spins. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Minnesota Vikings, here comes the offense. Now, they'll have to face a much improved New Orleans defense. Now, they saw New Orleans in week 1, Charles, but this quarterback, Case Keenum, it wasn't him that started that game. That was Sam Bradford, remember?
It was, and here's where it's interesting. Sam Bradford was a monster in that game against New Orleans. Threw for big yardage, pinpoint accuracy. Looked like this offense was really going to elevate under him, but he hurt his knee. Never the same after that. Case Keenum took over, and the offense morphed and changed to fit Case Keenum's style. A little more movement, bootlegs, no quarterback run game, but just moving him out of the pocket to get him some sight lines. Be interested to see what Case Keenum does against a much better New Orleans defense this time around as they try and win a playoff game at home. You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him. Upright with some power.
On 1st and 10, here's Keenum. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
long night.
To throw is Keenum. Lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 48 yards. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. And the QB rating right now, sky high. 4 for 4 on that opening drive, and it ends with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, I don't know quite how to figure it out. I think I need my friends from MIT to come in and help me. I think 158.3 is the number one.
Yep, that's the
right. That's the highest you can get. That's where he is. He'd like to continue on that pace.
Kai Forbath on for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now
out.
they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go. Shotgun now for Breeze. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. At the end of 1, 7-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, 31 yards. yards. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Coming into the year, Breeze, 465 touchdown passes. Add another one to the total.
You know, it's funny. I just talked with his college head coach, and he told me that when Drew was a sophomore at Purdue, they weren't sure he was truly the starter, even though he started the opening game, and he made a play early in that one where the coach got on the headset and told the rest of the staff, well, fellas, we found our quarterback. Now we got to make sure we find the rest of our team.
Breeze hasn't looked back since.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So that a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. From the gun on third down, Keenum out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
From the 50, it's Keenum. Rudolph showing the power, and his throw here's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph, and that'll bring up second down.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go. Green, 39.
Keenum throwing once more. Incomplete. Right side, the tight end Rudolph. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Throwing is Keenum on third down. Lets it fly for Treadwell.
Missed.
He will not go down. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
One thing I know from Experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep a defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
To throw is Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. On first down, Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to get it that time to Ted Ginn. And it's second down. Well, partner, let's step to the side for a minute here. Take a peek ahead to this week's divisional round game. You got Tennessee in New England. That's the late game Saturday night. Didn't play this year, but the Patriots have beaten them the last 6 times they have played.
And the focus, of course, will be on the quarterbacks. I mean, Tom Brady's played at what many people think is an MVP level in 2017 during the season. And Marcus Mariota didn't have that type of a year. But the first playoff game, we saw the Marcus Mariota we expected to see. But to me, for Tennessee to win this game, running back Derrick Henry, 30 carries, needs to be around 125 to 150 yards. If so, Tennessee has a chance to beat New England.
So the ground game's the key.
The ground game's the key because it keeps Brady on the bench and keeps Tennessee in control of the football.
Now Breeze throwing on second down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here's Sherrills. 51 yards on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Throwing on first down is Keenum. He'll find Thielen working the middle. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. That's not only Adam Thielen, that's the Pro Bowler Adam Thielen, who had 91 catches this year and over 1,200 yards, a career high.
We always look for great stories when we do games. Is there a better one this season than Adam Thielen in terms of where he came from to make a Pro Bowl roster as a receiver for the Minnesota Vikings? Lightly recruited out of high school, ends up at Mankato State, which is now known as Minnesota State Mankato. Undrafted, goes to a rookie free agent tryout camp, hangs around, makes the practice squad. First he's a special teams guy, and now he's one of the better receivers in the league. I think it's one of the best stories I've heard in 2017 NFL.
They run with Murray. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They go play action here on first down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report.
Thanks, Brandon. Thanks, Charles. And welcome to our EA Halftime Report. I'm Larry Ridley. Both the Vikings and the Saints haven't had a reliable run game so far. The push up front has not been there, and you have to give credit to both defenses on that front. All right, let's do this. Here's the first half highlights. Now 1st and 10. The catch will be made deep down the field. This play goes for a score as they take a 7-0 lead. Vikings take over late in the second. Keenum's on target here, and he won't be brought down until he makes it to the 43-yard line. That'll do it from our EA Sports Studios. Time to get you back up to Minneapolis as we rejoin Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now Case Keenum and the offense heading back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. To throw, it's Keenum. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Here we go now.
On play action, it's Keenum. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Touchdown, Vikings! Adam Thielen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, and the Vikings have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Now Forbath for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Forbath out to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Holding offense.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
After the penalty, it's Ingram. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
All right, Brandon, you know me as well as anyone. You know I don't usually advocate abandoning things during a game, but here we are in the second half. I think it's time to change things up. Let the running game go a little bit. Let's get to the passing game, and if you still want to get in the hands of the runner, maybe you swing it to him, throw it to him a little bit, try it that way.
And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Pushing his way through. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. Room to run inside the 40. And he's brought down. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
But last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
That was second down run for Murray. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup. Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play. From the gun on third down, Breeze. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away.
A breakaway for Michael Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints are back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met. But how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. Call it a 3-yard gain, and it'll be second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go. This is about what you'd expect. Defense selling out to stop the run. Pretty good on first and second down.
Yeah, you're no longer really worried about making sure you're holding up the offensive lineman as a defensive lineman. Now you're just talking about getting in gaps. You're trying to get upfield, penetrate, and make a play on the football, especially, you know, before the running back really gets control of it. That's what you're doing. You're also bringing the linebackers in to jam the line of scrimmage, and a safety or two is going to be there as well.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth. Here's Ryan Quigley now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Throwing now is Breeze. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down, here's Breeze. And Thomas has it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Back to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
They'll look to throw. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. He's back to throw. They go screen. This is Ingram. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Back to throw. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. He'll look to throw. Thomas has got it, complete. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play. And on fourth down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Back to throw, Breeze. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Breeze to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it. The Saints on third down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 16. Now Breeze. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Ben Gideon in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Here's Keenum now on second down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a third down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
Keenum now to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. They get only 4 that time, as that leads us to a 4th down. Decision time now on 4th and about 1.5 yards.
I can still hear my high school coach, John Ford, right now. I want my #1 play with my #1 runner over my #1 blocker. Get me the first down. But some may very well say, punt this thing away, pin them down deep, and play field position.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only 1 yard.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of 1 yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
But now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long. And that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. Now Breeze lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy inning, a defensive score wins it. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.